G'day guys, it's Calvin from the Cartoon Company in New Zealand. Are you wiring a UCF10 with one of those plugs on it? So that would be a 26, it would be a 16, it would be a 22, and then it'd be a 26 upside down. Well, I've got the really simple solution to make those work really fast. And we're going to go over to Old Yeller in a minute, put it on, fire it up and show you how it all works. It happens to be one of my relay and fuse setups. Now I make these for all models of 1UZ. So I make them for the UCF20s, both the OBD2 and the OBD1 versions. I make them for the Soarers or SC400s. I've got a video of that. I make them for the second version of UCF10, which is like this but different, and for the VVTI. I've also got all the parts to make them for the 3UZs. I just have to get the time to do them. By the time you're watching this, I may have that done. And I make them using the information in this folder, this folder contains my wiring instructions which I sell. So if you don't want to buy these, I will actually teach you with this information, if you want to buy it, how to make the same setup. However, if you don't have time or you want a really simple, quick solution, then you can just buy them. We're all about solutions, not excuses, and who else is actually sharing and providing the information to make the same products that they sell. Just think about that for a little bit. Before we get into this, let's have a look at the loom. So right here, I have a loom that I just pulled off my wall. The ECU looks like it's been in a boat. I kind of think that's because it has been in a boat. I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. It had a couple of wires here that had been cut, so we're gonna get rid of them. It had this ugly wiring going to the alternator, so we're going to get rid of that. It had a chocolate block. Awesome. Whenever I see someone doing engine wiring with a chocolate block, I really know who to avoid to get my wiring done, because that should not be on any engine wiring at all. We'll get rid of this crap here. We'll just do that. A little bit of pruning. And throw that crap away. Now in my wiring information, if we have a look at it, let's say we want to know the pin out of this plug. Well, there it is there. We want to know the wiring of that plug. There it is there. And this one. There it is there. So I've got the wiring of that in there as well. I've got ECU pinouts and step-by-step instructions on how to wire this setup up. We'll pop that in there for the moment. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 main body plugs. We've got a traction control plug. Technically it'd be number 4, wouldn't it? But I don't really count that because I always take them out. 4-spin start trigger plug. We've got this little interesting bracket for where it goes through the firewall. Goes through the center of the engine, under the plenum. So it's through there. It's got the diagnostic plug and the idle speed control on that section. We've got a cold start injector timer and a cold start injector control plug. The cold start injector is like up here. Yeah, there, right there. This one was traction control, so 2 TPS plugs. One thing I find super interesting with this series is there's 2 options on igniters. And I actually think that they can be interchanged on these ones. But do not use the UCF20 igniter on this loom and on this ECU, because you'll get like a really low rev limit. Oh, there's another rev limit you can get as well on the Celsius, okay? So if you're getting a code 56 when you wire these, you've got a problem. I cover that solution in my wiring information. It's already sorted in my loom that I supply. And of course, if you want me to do the whole loom, I can do them as well. So here I have some 1, 2, 3 igniters. And you can see this plugs in. There's no key along the bottom. Here I have some 201 igniters. And they, ooh, look, there it is. There is a key on the bottom. I've got old Yellow set up with another one of these looms that I found. The loom on the bench runs a 1, 2, 3. The loom on old Yellow runs 201s with the key. The plugs were broken, but they have the key on them. These loom setups run alloy body airflow meter with the plastic airflow meter. 2 earth points here off the oxygen sensor. By the oxygen sensor branch is 1 earth. Second earth is out again by the oxygen sensor and by the transmission harness into there. This one had had some damage, and there's normally a loom that goes under the intake manifold. I've made up an adapter for my one. And I really should do a W2F as that on 1UZ parts, but that there, well, it was the purge solenoid for the charcoal canister, for the breathers. Okay, I prefer to use it. I don't like petrol smells when I do my swaps. If you want to remove it, if you're not running emission breathers for the tank, it's not going to cause a fault on this ECU. Righty ho. Let us grab the relays. Let's fire up old Yellow, make it run real quick. Wiring loom. I have got a fuel pump set up on old Yellow, and I've got a power supply. Power supply. We have an ECU. I have never run this ECU, so we're going to find out if it's a good one. Plug it in the right hole. I don't like it when you go in the wrong hole. Good. ECU's plugged in. Now, when this arrives, it comes with an extra plug. And you're only going to need this plug here. So there are 7 wires to connect. I've kind of cheated. I've got an adapter. I have got some of these on order, so very soon I will be able to supply this as a straight plug and play. If you have my instructions, that is the water temp, that is tacho. So I'm cheating. I don't have to connect those 7 wires. I'm just going to plug it in. I've also left a check light wire coming out. That'll be handy. So that was permanent battery power I just connected. I take my fuel pump wire and I put it on the end. FP on the end. I take my ECU plug and I plug it in. We will set up an engine check light, shall we? I actually might swap that around. We'll do the twisting there. We're just going to clip this one onto there, and I'm going to throw a fuse in. This setup is for a manual. But I've got an extra wire in here that can be easily turn it into an auto setup. So that's just given me another ignition output. Turn the key on. Oh, there we go. Just wait, I'm not plugging it in properly. There we go. There we go. We have the check light running. Then we apply starter. Oh, wait. I'll put this check light where we can see it. Like that. And we'll apply the starter motor. Run! Check light goes out. I'm just going to show you another little test. Good. That didn't really work, did it? Let's do it again. Okay. Good. Check light. Plus V terminal. And you can see with my relays and fuses that it's taken care of that stepper reset, and it holds the voltage on to the plus B terminal in the diagnostic box for a few seconds after I turn it off. That allows that stepper to reset, and if you were listening, you heard it go tuka 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 tuka. That shows it's working like it should. This shows how simple it is with this set of relays and fuses to get an engine running, plug it all together. Of course, if you buy it with the universal plug, 7 wires to connect. Really, really simple. The hard stuff, the tricky stuff that people tend to stuff up, I've done for you in the relays. So that gives you some options. If you'd like your UCF10 sorted, you've got some choices. Buy some instructions. Covers how to do this. Buy my relays and fuse setup. Put it on. Real quick and easy. Or you can send me the whole Loom and I can sort that out for you. I think I'm going to try and run up that boat ECU and see if it works. This one, if you want to check the number, Toyo DOY, pretty sure you'll find that that one may be a LS400 ECU. Well, let's try a Celsius ECU. Out with the nice ECU. And this one will be 89661 50 100 or 101 102. Interesting to note, guys, the last digit of the ECU is a revision or a supersession. Okay, so you can interchange them beautifully. So 100, 101, 102, a 140, 141, 142, all the same. 171, 170, 171. I will note that the fuel pump does need to be connected for the fuel to flow. I am a little bit surprised that it does work, but pleasantly surprised. Any other information we really should know about this? My spark plug. Let's have a look at my spark plug. Now, old Yeller has had the throttle body modified. Hence, I've got my tube with my spark plug in it. Good blanker. It's really, really important that the IAC, idle air control valve, if you want an IACV, gets its air supply after the airflow meter. So, if you are building an aftermarket intake, like I often do, I remove that fitting and I put it into the throttle body there. I have a video of that. So with my wiring, with my relay setups, I do try my hardest to hot start them and test them. I've got a couple more to go through and test right now. That way we know that they work and they run and do what they should. I've got a series of other little tests I do to them before they leave. But I hope that's been helpful to everyone, that you've learnt a little bit more about the options available to the UCF10. And maybe while you're watching this, if you're working on your own ones, you've picked up on something else that I do, or there's something in there that's a little nugget of information that might be helpful. As I'm going through these jobs, I'm also attempting to make videos of a lot of my instructions. So not only are they coming in a written form, but I'm doing a series of different videos on the steps. I don't have all of them done yet, but over time I'm going to have all of my instructions in a video form as well. They won't be for public release, only for the people that are buying my instructions. So I hope that's been helpful. We'll talk to you again soon. Catch you later.